Hey Blender artists, how's it going? This is the first part of a video series explaining how fluid simulation works in Blender. In this video, I'm just going to be giving a short overview of water simulations without going into too much detail about any one particular thing. So, let's hop over into Blender and check it out. There are two things needed for a water simulation. You need a domain object and a water source. So, here's the domain object, this big square here, or cube, sorry, and then the source object is this smaller cube inside. The domain object is basically an invisible box that the water cannot escape from. So if your water comes up and splashes against the sides, it will just bounce off of nothing. So you can see that if I go like this, you can see that the water here is sort of, it's splashing down and resting on nothing. The fluid source, so there's a number of different kinds of fluid objects. So for this one, this was originally a big cube, and that defines where the water or the fluid can be. And then the box is a type fluid, which means it takes the geometry of this box and just creates a blob of water the same shape, which you can kind of see if we hide the cube by pressing H. Then you can see that it's basically a cube with rounded corners. So the single biggest setting that will affect how your simulation looks is the resolution. The resolution is more or less the size of the molecules Blender just is working with. Obviously it can't calculate it down to real world precision because that would just, goodness gracious, that would just kill every computer there ever was. So it has to work with bigger molecules basically. So like maybe this little thing here, maybe this is a molecule the size of one current Blender molecule. So obviously the higher the resolution, the smaller the molecules, the better the simulation will look. However, it will also cause Blender it'll take more time to bake it, and it will take more memory to store it and to generate it. So on the bake button down here so it's in the physics panel, bake tab, we'll get to all this in a different video. It'll give you a prediction of how much memory it will take. So keep an eye on that. You do not want to exceed your system, your RAM. However much RAM you have on your computer, you don't want to have this number be higher than that. Now, if you want to see this in real time with water material and refractions and all that kind of thing, then go ahead and check the tutorial. I'll put the link in the description. I found this on the Blender Artists community, and it's just a fantastic tutorial on getting refractions in real time with EEVEE. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. There are other fluid types. You can see there's domain, obstacle, fluid, inflow, outflow, particle, and control. We won't be going over those in this video, but we will be going over them in a later video. So stay tuned for those and keep creating.